right non-disclosures, then you get the feel for the faculty, and you feel that's the right connection. Once you know that is, there's no use second guessing, then you start sharing, and then you start leading to the next conversation, next meeting, and then you start creating a relationship. Once you create it, then is when you start talking fast as if it is coming about. And I think we're in the process of that, doing that right now. And we don't know where it'll lead, but we know we feel good that we're in the right path here, and it's going to be a great thing in the future. ITN, it's a great thing. It helps put people together in doing that. And we think, of course, I don't believe they recommend people or universities that isn't, I'm sure they do their due diligence, and they're there to help us, and really they're there to help probably filter the ones you have in question. So that's what we believe and trust in, and we love what they do.
Thank you. All right, I know we're running close on time. Do we have a burning question from the group?
I do. Before the current economic downturn, the key player in a lot of this technology transfer stuff were venture capitalists. And when you talk to a venture capitalist, it was all about return on investment, which is good business practice. And I assume you do the same thing. My question is, are venture capitalists still out there? Or, because I haven't heard that mentioned as part of this discussion.
Well, I'll ask the faculty, and then certainly Jill, who is running the Venture Investment Forum, is here, so I think she can add a bit to that. Have you guys had any experience with it? Sarah, you probably have the venture
They are there, and they're just being very careful in the investments. That's about it. We just had a large group visit us at Penn State very recent. They are there. They're just being very careful in weighing everything out with the current economic situation. But, there are some large venture VC firms. In fact, yesterday I was on a conference call for over 2 hours for one of the VC firms for the new startup companies and things like that. So yes, they're very active in the afternoons.
Do you want to add anything to that since you?
Okay, sure. I should probably get to the microphone so it can be called, of course. Okay, good. Okay. As Saram said, absolutely, venture capitalists are involved in helping to commercialize university research. However, for the most part, they are not interested in investing in the university research as it is for most researchers today. In almost all cases, it's going to require further work, further refinement to get to products that are very close or at commercialization. VCs are not interested in taking the place of the National Science Foundation or the National Institutes of Health. They are there to be the next step. So they're not involved. They have no interest in funding basic research. They are only interested in funding the last tiny bits of research to get to commercialization. So to the extent that you're working with private partners to get to that point, then investors will be interested. Before that point, not so much. They want to know what you're doing, but they're not ready yet to invest.
So all the more reason you need a private sector company involved from the beginning, that you can say, here's what we learned from them, here's the things we did, here's how we tweaked it, and then here's how we got it out the door. And someone's selling it and potentially making money. So that's the story they want to hear. Absolutely. So, okay, all right, I'm going to wrap things up because I know, unfortunately, Siren has to go meet with donors. So this is all good, speaking of money. So I want to wrap it up and thank our faculty members and our business connection here for making the trip and sharing their expertise. So thank you very much.
Thank you.